been raining for the last 4 or 5 minutes, boys. The first time for the match. The lights are on at the MCG.
Quick kick from Ottens. About 30 out, mid-range kick. Tarrant was onto it. Chapman's had no room to move so far in this opening term. He's a proven grand final player in his 3 grand finals. He's had more than 20 possessions plus, and he's kicked 8 goals in total too. So Collingwood recognising that. They've kept him to 3 disposals so far, Paul Chapman.
Varco off to Chapman. Tackled by Maxwell. Chapman in the Corey direction. Another throw in. Some heavy work in and under, as Maxwell lets Chapman know all about it. Still inside the Cats attacking 50. Third man up was Ottens. Tapped it down only as far as side bottom though. He gives it off to Pendlebury. Lopes away from half back. Kicks into open territory. Scarlett will get there first for Geelong. Given directions by Lonergan. Scarlett to Bartel. Good pick up in the greasing conditions. Enright's gang tackled by a couple of Magpies. Another bounce just outside Collingwood's 50.
Great forward pressure from Collingwood. This has been their style that has got them to be the number 1 seed in the competition. Even Dawes has perceived pressure on Scarlett. Just chased him down hard. Made him just think twice about the handball.
2 actions, push. 15 seconds to go and that ball-up took place. That just about reduces the chance that there'll be a score, or maybe not. The West kick was smothered superbly. Lee Brown, all the way to the end of his terrific career, 246 games, works it over the line and out of bounds. So we're on the cusp of quarter time, and the Cats lead by 1.
So that ends a highly entertaining first quarter. And it is Geelong 4-3 leading Collingwood 4-2. The Cats got the jump. The Magpies fought back.
What have we learned, us?
I think we've got a great entertaining contest. We saw the styles, just the contrast. Collingwood will go the boundary. When Geelong go through the corridor, you think they're going to score. I think we learned that Travis Cloke looms as the most dangerous player in this grand final.
Nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know.
Quarter time in the 2011 grand final. Geelong 4-3-27 lead Collingwood 4-2-26. Bartel, Johnson and Pendlebury all have 7 disposals in the game so far. Matthew Lloyd and Luke Darcy.
I think the surprise for me, Lloydie, has been how free-flowing this game has been. It was probably the opposite of what I expected coming into the grand finals. You see Mick Moldhouse just issuing some final instructions. It's been pinging from one end of the ground to the other, and a credit to both teams. They're reluctant to move their forwards up around the stoppage, so we're getting a true midfield contest and a true 6-on-6 at either end, which means there's space, and the rebound is just happening very quickly at either end quarters.
Down to Andy Marr.
Quarters, we saw Jolly come off in that first quarter for an extended period. There was no treatment at all on the bench. Look, it's obvious that the Doc's seeing something in Darcy's concern, and he's carrying injuries on both sides into this game, but there was no treatment of him when he was off the ground in that quarter, no treatment at quarter time. The Collingwood people clearly know what they've got with Darren Jolly. They know what he's carrying into this game. There's no concern about him whatsoever down here on the boundary line at this stage.
Thank you, Andrew. Tackle count, boys, 25-13 in favour of Collingwood, which is interesting. It's a massive gap, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought their second half to that first quarter, they really lifted their intent and their effort, and they got themselves back in the game.
Collingwood had the last 9 tackles of the opening quarter, but the second term is underway now. And straight away a whistle.
Free kick going the way of Darren Jolly on this occasion. We started with a loose at either end. Leon Davis at one end, Andrew Mackie the loose for Geelong.
Swan goes for distance, maximum distance. Taylor forced to defend for his life. Lonergan, Blair, they're starting to circle, but putting their head down was Selwood. Thumping forward, Bartel. Steve Johnson got through. O'Brien, instant handball. Pendlebury, terrific and creative. Ball into the pocket, didn't do his full forward any service at all. Brown did well to break even, and it's over and out.
He did a good job, Lee Brown, that latter part of the first quarter. Scarlett 2 early disposals, critical disposals, and Brown has just kept him to 1 since.
Here's Swan off to Pendlebury from a standing start, kicks into the goal square. Ball still alive. Cracker, 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 cracker!
Lee Brown first came to Collingwood, Mick Moldhouse said to him, I'll give you roles on players like Matthew Scarlett where I don't care if you touch the footy, you just get in the face of defenders. I want to turn the aggression around back on the defence. Give that goal to Lee Brown. He worried Scarlett out of it. Andrew Cracker benefited.
Again, Jolly not jumping, West running around them, but the Pies look like they've got some real belief and spirit now, and they're running, and Pendlebury and Swan, they've combined and collaborated so well all year. Into the 50, Johnson with a wonderful spinning move to Thomas. He takes on the responsibility to have a shot. He did have the handball over the top. He could have given it to Sidebottom, who gives him a bit of a glare in the pocket.
What a pick-up this was from Ben Johnson. Pirouette, clean hands in the one motion. Great play.
To Enright, he's run down, holding the ball. And that man again, who's really made his influence felt in the last 10 minutes or so. The last bit of the first quarter and the start of the second term.
Did he kick it though? Did he kick that? So that's a poor decision from the umpire. It seemed to get caught up, and Enright saying it hit my foot. We saw the reaction from Chris Scott, the coach. Seemed to get caught up in the moment of the tackle, the umpire.
Hasn't been in good form, this man Lee Brown, but been fantastic so far in this game.
And he comes from 47 metres out. Fades away. Playing his last game of AFL football, Lee Brown, and there's, well, technically he did get a kick, but maybe the umpire was caught blindsided. Doesn't matter now. It's a point to Collingwood, and they're in front by one straight kick.
Hunt out to the wing West, a hard man to get over. Thomas did well to break even, and then Johnson tried to get it back to him. Now West is feeling the stress and the strain. And the Collingwood fans, haven't they found some voice in the last few minutes?
Under siege at the moment, the Cats. Inside 50s 3-0, clearances 3-0, all in favour of the Magpies.
So West again works off Jolly well. Swan, Ling and Bartel, the head down. The ball dislodged pretty well by Swan. And it's over and out once again.
Collingwood have always felt in the last 18 months that if they get 15 minutes of their best footy together, sides just can't match their run and their spread and their ability to just burn them from the stoppage situation, and this is it at the moment. They're right on.
That was it in a nutshell, but well done, Varco. To Kelly. Cats just trying to take a breath at the moment. It was close to being 50. O'Brien, careful kick for Shaw. Had to let it bounce, confronted by Enright. Improvised beautifully, Shaw, and they've got this run about them at the moment. He just keeps on coming over the top. Corey couldn't budge him. Dawes back to Sidebottom, and then inboard to Maxwell, and Maxwell takes the mark. Cats filling the 50. Cracker might come again from the side. Gee, that was courageous stuff by Wojcinski to fly for the mark and not spoil on that last line.
Got a blood rule here. Hutto, Cameron Ling. He copped an error and elbow at the last stoppage from Dane Swan. Great defensive mark from David Wojcinski. And there's Lingy with his nose rearranged.
Good change from Mick Moldhouse too. He released Leon Davis off Travis Varco. His move, here's the head clash there. Lingy breaking his, it looks like he might have broken his nose there in that clash, but Heath Shaw now got the job on Travis Varco.
That's a strong mark taken by Ottens. Long ball. Odds-Yadley has it fisted away by Tarrant. Hawkins. And Selwood, as so often does, draws the free kick for a high tackle. He's a master at it. Selwood kicks inside 50 and beautifully read by Leon Davis. Dishes off to Pendlebury.
Just had the Geelong key forwards in the wrong spot there. The Pod and Hawkins were in the deep forward pocket, and Selwood wanted to go up the corridor where the bigs weren't.
Well, the bigs are here, and Cloak did well to get the spoil on, really, because they were outnumbered. Now Jolly, this will test him out. Now we're going to show you some vision that you might just want to look away from if you're a bit squirmish. Here it comes. Oh, goes Didak's way. Collingwood powering on, and Cloak, surely this one's too far out quarters.
I'm not so sure about that. If he gets an arc going...
This is closer in than the one he kicked in the first quarter.
On his wrong side, though. On his wrong side for a left footer. So a far tougher kick here from Travis Cloak, because often they'll go from left to right. So this would be a huge kick if he can nail this one.
Well, it'll be a huge kick in more ways than one for Travis Cloak. He's working it back, Buddy style. Oh, what a goal! Travis Cloak is the man for the moment.
Well, I reckon the call was spot on. Hutto had so much Lance Franklin about it. Buddy's the only left footer that consistently gets it going left to right. As Lloydie said, every other left footer in the game gets that draw across the face of goal. That is a massive goal to Travis Cloak.
3 goals to Cloak. Magpies lead by 12 points. Look at Selwood go. Just busted a hole in the pack. Mackie slipped over. Here's Dawes. Fed it out. Johnson ducked the head. Tackled by Otten's got the free kick. A lucky one. He ducked into the tackle, and Ben Johnson will go back and has a chance to put Collingwood 3 goals up.
Spoke about Collingwood's ability in 15 minutes in a game to absolutely put scoreboard pressure on, to run away from the stoppage as well. That's how they've started this second quarter. They've run harder, they've got out. If the free kick wasn't there, and it was a bit of a dubious one, to be honest with you, Lee Brown was out for the handball. Collingwood really on fire at the moment.
Ben Johnson. It's an 18-point margin.
Oh, it's all come back for the Pies in a rush. They lead by 3 goals, and the fans, that chant is out around the MCG.
Pretty poor free kick, that one. The umpires have been fantastic in this game, and that was one that should have been let go.
So the Cats need to do something about it, and you can see that the leaders realise that. Free kick in the middle to Steve Johnson. They can't take a mark inside 50, Geelong, at the moment, and still can't. Tarrant climbed higher than the rest. Nice little volley effort, half volley effort across to Varco, who's kicked 2, scooped it up. Stokes finds a way, but then can't get the angles right. And lucky for him that it bounces before it goes over the boundary.
What they need to do now, Geelong, is keep the ball inside their forward 50 for as long as possible. It's been 6-1 inside 50s. It's been 6-1 clearances, all 35 disposals to 15, so all played in Collingwood's forward half.
Jolly grabbed the footy. Bartel can't break a hole in the pack. Snared by Ball. Ineffective kick. Johnson underneath it. Pendlebury. Now Bartel got it out somehow to Chapman, who threw it on the boot. Inside 50 it goes for the Cats. Stokes pounces and kicks the goal. Boy, they needed that one.
Matthew Stokes, great crumb, nowhere in sight, just got this one through for a much-needed goal for the Cats.
His 3rd for scoreboard impact this year for the Cats, so an important component in their forward setup. Otten's just lingered long enough in the air to get the tap. Johnson's having a game and a half.
He's in trouble.
5th grand final. Ben Johnson this time doesn't get the call going his way. Umpire, very urgent James Kelly. Kicks again, a bit of a 3-quarter kick. The battle is on. That's a mark. Is it to Hawkins?
Oh, looked like a grab, and he's paid it.
I reckon the opposite umpire, the central umpires, yelled out, "Mark, Mark," to let the other umpire know,
because he couldn't have seen it from where he was.
No.
Let's have a look.
Great take, no, he scooped that underneath the footy. It was a brilliant effort from Hawkins, because Ben Reid, so good at reading the opposition kicks. He was in the right spot, and Hawkins, he's just been more competitive this final series. He's been great, willed himself to get into the right position, and a big response here from the Cats.
Kicked 2 goals in the 09 grand final, but one of them we know probably wasn't. This one he needs to nail, and couldn't get past the post. So that was a poster, and the goal umpire noticed it was a poster, not like 09.
They're the ones that can come back to haunt you, the ones from 25 metres out, 30 out, directly in front. And then when Collingwood rebound like this, that really hurts.
They've worked this well to half forward. Johnson gets back. Brilliantly done, Steve Johnson. Couldn't quite hang on to the mark.